Hello, you dear one. You have a long day, haven't you? Thank you for setting aside the time for yourself, to come home to yourself. Please find a truly comfortable position for yourself. Whether you are in a couch, on the floor, or lying down, allow your body to sink deeply into the support beneath you. There is no need to do anything at all. Just be present. We will begin with a very slow, gentle breath. Inhale deeply, slowly through your nose, feeling the cool, refreshing air enter, bringing with it a sense of quiet calm. Deep inhale, and then exhale long and smoothly through your mouth, like a soft sigh of relief, releasing any tension accumulating in your shoulders, in your hands, and in your mind. Deep exhale. One more time. Inhale, inviting kindness inward. Deep inhale. Exhale, letting go of everything that is holding you back. Deep exhale. Imagine that you are resting on a soft green meadow, gently embraced by the warm afternoon sun. This place is your own safe haven. There are no alarms, no to-do lists, and absolutely no judgment. If your mind begins to wander, that is completely natural. Do not judge those thoughts. Simply and gently acknowledge them. Then imagine placing them onto a leaf and allowing that leaf to float away down a tranquil river. Now you have come home, home to your own breath, home to this place and this moment. Feel the relief as you realize that in this very moment you are enough and everything is okay. Allow your body and mind to truly rest. We will together enjoy this journey back to peace. Today's story name: The Story of the Potter and the Art of Kintsugi. Mr. Takeo Morita was the most skilled potter in Minori, a village nestled among the snow-dusted mountains. His reputation did not stem from creativity or audacity, but from the absolute perfection of every piece he crafted. Every bowl and cup made by Takeo had to have perfectly symmetrical form. A glaze so smooth it was dust-free, and it must never, not even once, have a flaw, however tiny. In Takeo's studio, there was a dark corner, stacked high with shattered bowls and teapots. This was the cemetery of mistakes, the resting place of all pieces he had personally destroyed because of an unacceptable minor flaw. A hairline crack from the kiln, a handle skewed by a millimeter, or most commonly, a tiny fissure appearing due to sudden temperature changes. Pottery is the embodiment of purity and resilience, Takeo often told his sole apprentice, Kenji. A flaw is evidence of weakness, of impatience. It ruins the dignity of the craft. Kenji, a kind-hearted young man, always felt a pang of sadness seeing such beautiful work destroyed. He understood his master's strictness, but felt there was something illogical about the philosophy. Takeo's obsession with perfection had turned him into a solitary artist. Estranged from his own imperfect children. Months ago, Takeo had crafted a magnificent celadon teapot intended as a gift for a governor. But upon removing it from the kiln, he discovered a delicate, crescent-shaped crack running from the spout down the body. It was almost invisible, but for Takeo, it was a spectacular failure. He silently shattered it, adding another unfortunate soul to the cemetery. And then there is the arrival of the Gold Girl. One autumn afternoon, a stranger named Hana, backpack slung over her shoulder and face smudged with dust, wandered into the studio. She didn't ask to buy anything, but stood gazing longingly at the cemetery of mistakes. "These pieces are truly beautiful," Hana whispered, her voice warm and sincere. Takeo, wiping the glaze off his hands, frowned. "Silly girl, they are rejects. They failed." Hana turned, looking directly into his eyes with a kind smile. "Failed, sir? Or are they unfinished stories?" Hana introduced herself as a nomadic artisan specializing in Kintsugi, the art of repairing broken pottery with lacquer mixed with gold powder. Instead of hiding the cracks, Kintsugi celebrates them, turning them into shimmering golden veins. "The gold is not meant to conceal," Hana explained, "but to highlight the history that made the object unique. That is the philosophy. The wound is not the end, but the beginning of a new masterpiece." Takeo scoffed. "That sounds romantic, but it contradicts everything I believe. A crack is an accident, not an ornament." Hana did not argue. She simply asked Takeo for a shard from the celadon teapot he had destroyed. Intrigued and slightly irritated, Takeo allowed her. The golden restoration happened. For several days, Hana worked quietly in a small corner of the studio. She created nothing new, focusing only on mending the broken pieces. Kenji often watched her secretly. He observed how Hana mixed the lacquer, meticulously placing each fragment back together, and then dusting the fracture lines with a vibrant layer of golden powder. Finally, Hana presented her work to Takeo. It was the shattered celadon teapot, now restored. The cracks were not hidden. They had transformed into rivers of gold, running across the body of the pot, narrating the moment it broke and highlighting the original jade green color. The pot was not just beautiful, it was alive. It possessed a soul, a story of endurance and rebirth. Takeo stared at the pot. He saw the crescent-shaped crack from months ago, now radiating with the gold light. It was no longer a mistake. It was a mark of singularity, a golden line that made the pot inimitable. Why have you made it more beautiful by being broken? Takeo asked, his voice trembling. Hana gently replied, "A whole object only represents one moment in time, the moment it was created. An object repaired with kintsugi represents its entire life. The challenges it overcame, the restoration it achieved. You taught us to make perfect pots, sir, but kintsugi teaches us to love the pots that survived. The soul's rebirth." Hana's words struck Takeo deeply, breaking through his rigid beliefs. He remembered all the bowls he had shattered due to his obsession with perfection. He realized that in his own life, he too had discarded many of his own shards. Failures in relationships, moments of emotional weakness, because he believed they diminished his worth. He had lived as a self-rejected piece of pottery, imprisoned by the fear of imperfection. He clenched his fist, then slowly let go. For the first time, he walked into the cemetery of mistakes without judgment. He picked up a cup with a crooked handle, placed it on his workbench, and asked Hana, "Will you teach me how to mend the old mistakes?" Hana smiled, her expression as bright as the gold dust. Takeo never stopped striving to create perfect pottery, but he had found a new passion, the art of mending. His studio no longer had a cemetery. Instead, the flawed pieces were treasured and transformed into golden gifts. He and Kenji learned that the purpose of life is not to avoid the crack, but to find a way for the light to shine through the breaks. A perfect pot is merely an object, but a pot mended with gold is a symbol of hope and resilience. The lesson learned. Your flaws do not diminish your worth. Rather, they create a unique and precious line in the story of your life. Healing is not about pretending the damage never happened. It's about making the repair visible, recognizing that your scars are lines of gold that illustrate resilience and a profound capacity for renewal. You don't need to hide your cracks. Let the light shine through them. Let them be living proof that you have survived. You have learned, and you now shine more brilliantly than ever before. Let peace be with you. Sleep tightly, dear one.